West Coast Sporting Journal is being brought to you by Maxima Fishing Lines, the best by test. Shockwave Marine Suspension Seating. Jansen Saltwater, innovative lure designs that catch more fish. West Coast Fishing Tackle, the quality anglers deserve.
Well, today we're in saltwater fly fishing paradise, and Phil Sutton is coming out bucktailing. And you work at Legacy Lodge, you got a passion for angling, and you want to come out bucktailing for these big silvers on the fly.
Yeah, I've always wanted to fly fish. I've never really tried it, and this is a great time to try it, I guess.
Well, let's get to it. Let's get these flies in the water about 90 feet behind the boat, and these beautiful skull heads. We'll see if we can get some of these. We'll call this hunting for hogs today.
Yeah.
Sound good?
Hunting for hogs.
All
I like
right.
that.
Big silvers on today's show.
On this edition of West Coast Sporting Journal, I'll be taking Phil Sutton from Legacy Lodge bucktailing for big chrome silvers, his first time experiencing saltwater fly fishing for these powerful silver salmon on the fly. In harmony with the natural beauty of British Columbia, Canada's coastal environment, and in a world of solitude all its own on the protected waters of Rivers Inlet, Legacy Lodge owner Phil Dawson and staff pride themselves in providing their guests with a true 5-star Canadian wilderness lodge experience. These calm waters off Calvert Island and Fitzhugh Sound are still proving to be a top location to pursue salmon on the fly.
It started with big patterns like this. And these were made of polar bear hair and bear hair, and they used to dye them with the Devcon epoxy head and the Mylar stick-on eyes. So the stinger hook in the back on wire, just like that, you can replace the hook. The evolution from there was to skull heads, weighted heads without the keel weights that look like this. You can say a lot of the same similarities, the color patterns. Now you'll notice these big ones are big herring, horse herring.
Yeah.
Now the evolution, which has moved to Rivers Inlet, and the amount of time Legacy Lodge has put in the research over 10 years, we now know to a science that this Callum Cutler pattern, I asked him this year to make a smaller 301 because the bait's smaller. But you'll notice some of the same color characteristics, chromed out head, yellow eyes, red throat. But what we're going to be doing today is bucktailing these. And you've never bucktailed before.
Nope, first time.
So what speed do you need to do for bucktailing?
3 miles per hour. 3.5 miles per hour.
Nice. Academic, I like it.
Learning. Felt like one.
I know, it's a bit of a trick to fly fishing, huh? Everything's just a little bit different, but that's a big fish.
Yeah.
Real tight, he's gonna surprise you.
Coming to the boat. There you go.
You got a big northern on there.
Yeah.
You know what we call that? A bucktailing Islander scream right there. How's that drag set for you, Phil? Good?
Just a little tighter.
Well, we said we're hunting hogs, and what are we doing?
Hunting hogs.
Hunting a hog in Rivers Inlet, Legacy Lodge. Okay. Ooh, that is a really big fish. That's what we're looking for. Not a mark on it, too.
That's not a northern either.
There we go. There it is. Hunting hogs, Legacy Lodge, Phil Sutton.
Yeah.
Nice. Can you see that fly in there? That's a bar of chrome right there. Bucktailing. What do you think?
I like it. It's great.
Rivers Inlet.
Yeah.
Nice.
Way
Big.
more of a fight than mooching, that's for sure.
Yeah. So you're sold. So what are you going to do now when they say go mooching?
Maybe bring a fly reel and go bucktailing.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of history here. It starts way back in Cowichan Bay, goes to Tofino, Vancouver Island, and the evolution of it here with all the research that Phil and Legacy Lodge has been putting into understanding these fish behavior and what they eat, this is it.
Yeah.
Your third coho on the fly,
Third
right?
coho on the fly.
And that one took it deep, so we're keeping
Yeah.
that one. That's going to be dinner, that one.
Yep, great dinner.
Beautiful. How about another one?
Yeah.
What do we got here? All right, yours was bigger. Yeah, when you're getting that fly, when everything lines up, when it's going in the same direction as the kelp leaves and the current, it just feels fishy. It's because that fly is in the right direction of the current and the kelp leaves. It starts feeling alive, you know?
Oh, watch yourself.
Oh, yeah, you see the big difference between Phil and I. He can catch them and bring them to the boat. I have spent a day of losing fish, so.
Yeah, and I think I should run the show now.
And okay, okay, I see where you're going with this, okay. Can I still like carry your gear, stuff like that? Could I be your like caddy for fishing?
Yeah, once you get out of school, I guess.
Okay, all right, I see where we're going with this. Yeah, that looks like it's definitely silver salmon. I like the way you're inching that drag like that. Very, very clever. Let the drag do the work,
Yeah.
right?
He's not really going, so I'm just... He's trying to go, I can feel it, but he's just not able to. Like the last good fish, like there he goes. Oh, it's all right.
Doing well. Yeah, I think you're going to be bucktailing from now on when you come out here. Where's the bucktail rods, right?
Yep, they got real nice fly rods at Legacy Lodge.
Yeah, you actually do. You
Yeah.
got some really nice 8-weights. But it works.
Just going to the bow here.
We're getting some new members of the bucktailing club. Oh, he's even learning to go to the bow too.
Yep.
You're going to be with these mooching guys, you're going to be telling them, you guys don't know. Have you ever tried the fly? It should be a nice easy release. Down, turned eye, healthy fish. And you put the weight on their belly. But I tell you what, if you're in a lake, you'd enjoy catching that rainbow, wouldn't
Yeah,
you?
that's good rainbow.
Yeah. There he is. See how it calms them down when you hold the stomach like that? And you see the Gamakatsu and the little bit of a tech talk today I'll show you. I'll show you something that is going to up your odds for catching these fish. If you're using the wrong hooks, you're going to lose a lot of fish. But as you can see, you've caught a lot.
I've caught a lot, yeah.
He's smiling because he goes, yeah, Mark, you're losing all the fish and I'm catching all the fish. I know, I know. I'm going back to school. I think your nickname from Cobra is going to be Mr. Bucktail Fly.
Mr. Bucktail Fly.
Yeah.
Don't think he knows he's hooked yet.
No.
That's what most of these fish have been doing, right, Mark?
Yeah, clear water. They just do that head shake. But I can see you with your clients that are coming in the lodge. You're going to be handing out fly rods. Oh, I'm sorry. They're going to... You got to try it. Yeah, we've been working around the weather today. But we've got a nice window now. And a few days of good weather coming. That's a decent fish. Whoa!
Oh, big jump.
This area we're fishing here is called Fitzhugh Sound. This island we're fishing is Calvert Island. We've got a natural bucktail fly fisherman here. He perhaps didn't know he was made to do it. That's a real pretty fish.
Wow. Fine.
You like those fly reels?
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you, that mooching training that you've had and downrigging training on mooching reels
It's helped me so much.
has lit you up for the fly, man.
Yeah.
You were saying, I like the fly fish. I mean, you're there, man. I don't think there's any species you couldn't handle on that fly rod.
That's.
You certainly do a better job of landing them than me.
Beginner's luck.
Beginner's luck? I don't think so. This one's just barely hooked. Let's do a belly. See if we can do a belly hold on this one. Thank you, bud. Very kind to us. One little Gamakatsu in there and gone. What do you think, a net next year?
Don't think that would be a bad idea. Just probably gonna have to deal with the line a bit more.
The biggest trick on the fly thing, and the guys that taught me 30 years ago, was these coho, their scales, if they get in the net, all the scales come off, and then they get susceptible to anything. So the whole thing with that was catch and release. A lot of guys would keep their one or two, but they'd release the rest.
Like that plasticky whatever. Or...
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll start trying that, testing that next year. That's right where the fish should have been too.
You want it?
No, you picked it up. I can't pick up your fish. He loves this. I'll tell you something, you're fast to the rod and you know exactly what you're doing. Your rod position is perfect. Okay, I'm gonna get this fly in.
It's another decent one.
It's a neutral, it's on you. They came right out of the kelp. That fly was presented perfectly. It's gonna be tough for you to fish any other way now. You've seen the power of bucktailing, and these flies are just incredible. That's 10 years of development to what you're seeing right there with those skull heads.
Well, look at the torpedo on that. For the size of this fish, it's a great fight.
There it is. Big, beautiful fish. You notice every fish we've hooked has been coming this way?
Yep.
So this is presenting the bucktail naturally. If you were spinning the other way going against the current, it wouldn't be natural. You're tricking these big hogs because you're actually presenting the bait. No fish likes to be fighting the current. So that bait will ride with the current. You notice how we saw the bait on the sounder?
Yep.
Yeah. So always going to be on the soft side of something. So that's where they'll sneak in there and hide.
And that's where those big hogs are.
Yeah, but that's really an important thing, is presenting these bucktails in the direction of the tide. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, I understand.
Because a little bait fish isn't going to swim if the current's right. It's going to take the easiest route. That's a chartreuse backing, which you can really see. And when you let that out, as you can see, they're both equal distances.
So we're coming up to the end now. You just go like that, maybe a little longer, and then you just tighten it. If you can see here, you just tighten it, and then That's probably good. Just put it in, hook this up, and you're ready to go.
They should be. Merc Point. How to get out of that wind.
Yeah.
This is a magical spot. Yeah, we covered everything today. We're talking politics, history,
Yeah.
right? Nothing more interesting than history. Ooh, that's a good looking fish. And it's funny, you notice the water here, Phil, the color was a little bit different?
Yeah, and then just got here and boom.
All right. And I'm gonna work on that this winter. And next year, thanks to Phil Sutton, there will be a saltwater fly fishing net designed. Rubber.
Safely net the fish.
Yeah. There they are.
Just look at the color of that thing.
Fish on the fly. Rivers Inlet. All right. Let's turn the bow of this boat a little. Yeah, you're right. This fish doesn't know he's been hooked.
Yeah.
What do you think of that 9-weight? Pleasant to fish? What do you think of that 9-weight fly rod?
It's great. It's like perfect. Puts like real nice fight to the fish. Also, yeah, it's not too hard. There he goes.
This is Phil's first time bucktailing for salmon in British Columbia.
Yep.
And I have never seen anybody take to a fly reel like that. I think you've got a new hobby.
Yep.
I'll leave you some of those flies,
Sounds good.
and you can be the bucktailing master.
Getting up to the boat.
So we're definitely this winter, I'm going to design a saltwater fly fishing protective net, just to make this release process.
Oh yeah, that's a real nice one.
Oh, it's a tank. That's a northern.
Yep, that is a northern.
You've been wanting to see a northern.
Yeah. I'm not trying to give him to you yet because I don't think he's ran
No,
fully.
you don't want to see Mark try to grab the tail at this point. This will not be pretty. We call that, well, what did we say when we did the
Hunting
show
hogs?
today? Hunting hogs. And
Hunting
guess
hogs.
what?
We're hunting hogs.
That's what we do. Yeah, we got to let him wear out just a little bit.
Beautiful
Or
fish.
Mark's not going to be able to pick him up. He's a big fish. That's the biggest one yet.
For sure.
He just ate that fly too. Holy smokes.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's crushed it. I just can't believe the way you play fish. It's literally perfect.
Look at that. That's one of my biggest cohos, I think. That thing is a monster.
On the fly, baby. Well, of all the places you can get great bucktailing for salmon on the fly, this is an incredible spot. And now you know exactly how to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Wow.
Big monster coho, Rivers Inlet. Talking quietly for this beautiful fish. That is an absolute hog. I think that's your biggest coho on the fly, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah, for sure. That is a great Great coho.
Just
That
a
is
bar
perfect.
of a fish. Wow. Nice job, Phil. Well, I think you are going to be spending more time bucktailing for salmon now. What do you think?
Yep. Oh yeah. It's really fun fighting these fish with the flies.
Let's let him go. Ready? Nice job. Well, thank you, sir.
Yeah, hunting hogs.
Hunting hogs in Rivers Inlet
Yeah.
with
great
Phil
time.
Sutton. Works here at Legacy Lodge and now is going to be the bucktailing master, I can see. Is there anything else you need to know?
Well, my name's Philly Fly for now on, so
Philly Fly, you got
Philly Fly.
Yeah. Your code name Cobra is no longer.
Nope, Philly the Fly.
Philly the Fly guy. Awesome. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's show on bucktailing, and it's been a true joy for me to be again at Legacy Lodge. I'd like to thank Phil Dawson and the crew at Legacy Lodge. They do a heck of a job. 5-star, flying into this beautiful paradise in Canada, British Columbia. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week on another edition of West Coast Sporting Journal.
West Coast Sporting Journal has been brought to you by Maxima Fishing Lines, the best by test. Shockwave Marine Suspension Seating. Jansen Saltwater, innovative lure designs that catch more fish. And West Coast Fishing Tackle, the quality anglers deserve.